Hi everybody, Robert Dyer, and welcome to the Robert Dyer channel Halloween Countdown, where today I have another very exciting limited edition product that's come out for Halloween this year. And this comes from the wonderful all-American brand of Kraft, and this is from their Philadelphia cream cheese brand. It sounds kind of odd perhaps, but ready or not, here it is. Philadelphia pumpkin spice cream cheese. And you might be saying, what the heck am I going to do with this? Well, I would say that not only am I interested to see what the flavor is by itself, but I've noticed that grocery stores this year, they have pumpkin spice Thomas's English muffins this year, as well as Thomas's bagels pumpkin spice. So I imagine you would put this on one of those, and at the end of the video I will explain how this would be served at House Frankenstein. But let's get to the actual product. Let's get a closer look at the packaging here. You can see at the very top they have no artificial preservative flavors or dyes. Limited edition. And then down here you have the pumpkin and the cinnamon sticks. And on the front here you have the actual spread represented, and again the pumpkin and spice. Not much else seasonal on here. Good till January 2nd. Close up here of the actual product. It's definitely got a pumpkin color to it. Okay, I got my spoon here. Let's put that lid back on. And here it is. Let's make sure it doesn't drip. Got a decent little amount on there. The aroma is nothing. And that's a scary sensation in a year like this. But I guess cream cheese doesn't give off much of an aroma. I'm just now getting a cream cheese aroma, but not really any pumpkin spice, so it's going to be all the color and all the flavor apparently. Let's go ahead and see how it tastes. Taste. Well, they definitely didn't make it an overbearing pumpkin flavor. It's still got a substantial amount of regular cream cheese flavor. There is a hint of spice flavor to it, so you have a pumpkin spice certainly. And of course the texture is exactly the same as a regular cream cheese, so you'll be able to spread this on anything. Live from room 107 at the Motel Zero in Bumpus Mills, Tennessee, this is Abomination Theater. And now here's the host who wants you to swipe up for his OnlyFans, TarnationBob. As Harry regains consciousness, he and the others see a figure gigantic in height, which reached nearly from the floor to the ceiling. By the light of the burning mill in the distance, now nearly consumed, they see it make for the shattered window. As it reaches it,
it suddenly turns to face them. All the flickering inferno reveals to them are those fearful-looking, shining, metallic eyes, which present so terrible an appearance of unearthly ferocity. A panic seizes them all. But Captain Marchdale is a man of mature years. He had seen much of life, both in this and in foreign lands. He, though astonished to the extent of being frightened, was much more likely to recover sooner than the young roustabouts, which indeed he does, and acts promptly enough. "Don't try to stand, Harry. Lie still." Marchdale fires at the figure, which now occupies the window as if it were a gigantic figure set in a frame. The report is tremendous in Flora's chamber, for the pistol was no toy, but one made for actual service, and of sufficient length and bore to carry destruction. "If that has missed its aim, I shall never pull a hammer again." Convinced he's hit his target, Captain Marchdale dashes forward, grasping at it. The tall form swivels abruptly upon him, and when he gets a full view of the face, even he, Marchdale, with all his courage, and that is great, and all his nervous energy, recoils a step or two, and utters the exclamation of "Great God!"
Well, I have to say, when I see something this color that's being used as something to spread on a cracker or an English muffin or whatever you think of, I think back to my old days of that aluminum canister of pimento cheese spread they used to have in the store that you pop the lid off. That was apparently banned by the New World Order, but this is definitely more of a sweet rather than a savory flavor, but not as sweet as you might have thought it would be. Now I'll say how this would be served at House Frankenstein. I imagine that wonderful room from the Frankenstein, what was it, a mansion in the 1931 movie? That wonderful room with the tall window, and you see outside some other sort of timbered buildings out there, and I imagine the place would be set at the table. Was that a study or a parlor? I don't know what you would call it. Baron Frankenstein would sit in there and receive guests, and on the table you would have, at the 11 o'clock position, you would have your pumpkin spice English muffin or bagel with this spread on it, replacing the traditional piece of toast with butter. In the center position, at 6 o'clock, you would have the large bowl of Frankenberry cereal, and at the 1 o'clock position, you would have the bottle of Mountain Dew Frostbite, because this makes me think about that part in the Frankenstein novel where they're in the frigid areas, and I don't remember a shark coming smashing out of the ice in the novel, but it did on this bottle here. And right next to that, if you saw the original movie, there will be a chalice of grandmother's wine. So whether you are part of the Frankenstein family, you're definitely part of the Robert Dyer channel family. And I'm going to give this, I would say, if I'm just thinking about it on its own, I think I would give it 3 stars because it executed what it said it was on the package. But it was not a flavor that I feel like I simply must have this or I must finish eating the whole container of it. I was not blown away by it in any way. And I think what's going to make me bump it up to number 4 stars out of 5, is because it has that synergy with these other products this year that you can spread it onto. And I think that makes it great, not only to have your breakfast or lunch in the Halloween spirit, but then you also have all the potential applications for Halloween parties and so forth. I mean, who is not going to be impressed when you show this out on pumpkin spice bagels and English muffins? I hope you like this video. Share it with your friends. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time on this Halloween countdown. Bye, everybody.